Hello everyone, let me move this mirror out of the way. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be doing this soft cut crease, really pretty holiday glam for the holidays. I really wanted to do something wearable but also really pretty and glam. You can definitely dress this down. I just really want to do a really pretty sparkle, kind of classic holiday look that y'all would expect around Christmas time. So hopefully y'all enjoy, and leave me a comment down below if y'all end up trying this look out. I always love seeing that. But yeah, we will just hop right into the video if y'all want to continue figuring out how I did this look. I do not have words today. Alright guys, let's get into this holiday glam. Y'all know what the first step is. I'm gonna put my ears on and we will jump right into the eye look first. So what I think I'm gonna do is just do my eyes on camera today, and y'all have seen me do my foundation routine many times and I will link that down below if y'all haven't seen it. I mean, it's the same thing I pretty much do. I'm not using too many new products yet. So yeah, I'm just gonna do my eyes, show you what I'm doing there, and then do my face off camera. That was a long explanation for something so small. Alright, so I have y'all zoomed in a little bit, and I'm just going to take you step by step of what I'm going to do for my eyes. As you can tell, I have a little bit of mascara on, no brows, nothing on my face, and my eyelids are primed though. That is one, or the concealer, and then powder on top. So I'm good to go with that. I did do it this morning though, so I'm just going to touch it up with a little bit of powder first. I'm just going to take a little bit of my NYX contour palette right here, just a little bit of the banana shade mixed with a little bit of the pink shade, and just put that on top of my eyelids just to kind of re-cancel everything out. Just make it nice and bright. A good canvas for what we're going to put on next. So once that is on your eyes and ready to go with eyeshadow, I'm going to throw it back and I'm going to take the Chocolate Bar palette by Too Faced, and this is a Morphe M441, my favorite blending brush, and we're gonna mix these two shades together. So this brown and this like orangey brown right here, good transition shades for my skin color. So I'm just gonna take a little bit of both and just go right in the crease, just circular motions and then windshield wiper motions, just going back and forth. Y'all know the drill by now. I'm just going to lay on that crease color. And if you don't have a visible crease, like I really don't, my visible crease is right here in the middle of my eyelid. So if y'all don't have a visible crease, that's totally fine. You just make one. So basically your crease is going to go right where that socket is. So right where your eyeball and your brow bone meet, right in between there. So that's kind of where you want to put your brush and lay your shadow down. Alright, so once that is laid down, we're going to go in with a little bit of a darker shade in the same palette. And we're going to go with this brown right here in the palette, right in the middle. And we're basically going to go right where we laid that down, but just a little bit lower. We're not going to take it as high. We're going to go kind of right in that crease. And again, windshield wiper motions, just going back and forth. This brush is the M433 brush. And this just makes it a little bit more precise so you can get right in that crease. And I'm just going to go back in with that same brush that we used for the first two shades in our transition color and just go right over that color. No extra product on the brush, just making sure everything is blended out. Alright, so now we're going to go in and kind of carve out the eye. In order to do that, I'm going to take my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in the shade Medium and just a flat shader brush, and we are going to start drawing out a cut crease with this concealer. So I'm going to take a little bit of this product on my brush, and first I'm going to go right down the center, just kind of giving me a good starting point, and then take it all the way down into my inner corner of my eye. Right, perfect. So once that is laid down, I'm going to set it just a little bit so it doesn't start moving around on me. And I'm going to take that exact same, those two banana shades and the pink shade in the NYX palette. Just any powder will do. And we're just going to set right on top of that, just to make sure it doesn't crease or move around while we are setting up our next shade. Now, this is what I'm most excited for if I can find it. Okay, so what we're gonna put on our lid is, oh, so pretty. It's called Blazin' Eye Gloss. This is in the shade Spark, I believe. And this is from Butter London. So I'm sure y'all have heard of that brand, which is super interesting to me. So it's literally like jelly, if you can see what it looks like. It'll focus. See, it's like a jelly, which is super weird, but it dries like a powder. So I've been really loving this, and I thought it would be a perfect product to use in a holiday type video for like a holiday glam, and that's what we're doing. So I'm going to take a little bit of that on another flat shader brush. This is in the shade, or this is the brush M124. And we are going to pack that on our lid right where we put that cut crease. Just keep packing it on until you have the desired pigment. But so pretty. Okay, so I'm just going to let it dry for a couple more seconds. And then once that dries, I'm just going to make the cut crease part a little bit more intense. So I'm going to go back in with that middle brown shade, the darkest color that we've used so far right here, and just very slightly just go over that crease and just intensify it just a little bit. Just literally like sliding my brush right on top of that gold shade that we just laid down. So now going back into the Too Faced palette, we're going to go in with the darkest shade in here, and with a packing brush, we're going to just darken up that outer corner nice and dramatic. So we're going to go in with this top brown shade right here, and we are just going to pack it on. So I'm going to start closest to my lash line and slowly work my way up and kind of bringing it out like I usually do. I just like to really wing out my shadows. So I'm just going to start closest to the lash line here and just start packing it up. And I'm using patting motions, not rubbing. And just slowly taking it up to the crease once I get less and less product on my brush. And last but not least, we're going to go in with a little bit of highlighter on my brow bone just to kind of pull everything together. And since the inner corner of my eye is so dramatic, we're going to take a nice matte highlighter for the brow bone. So just using this white shade in the palette, just throwing it back today. Just using that white shade in the palette and using that to highlight my brow bone. And I'm also going to put a little bit of that right in my inner corner. We're going to brighten this up later once we actually do my face, but all right. We are getting there. So I do have a lot of fallout happening, but before we completely just wipe that away and kind of make the outer corner a little bit sharper, we're gonna go in with some black liner, and hopefully I don't screw it up now. But we're gonna go in with some black liner and do a wing. I feel like a wing is classic for the holidays, and I don't really do too many wings other than that on myself any other time. So I feel like we're gonna pull out a wing today and make it a really pretty classic holiday Christmas inspired look today. So I'm just going with my tried and true. This is the Blackest Black from Maybelline, the gel liner, the Eye Studio. Good Lord. You'll know what I'm talking about. I'll link it down below. I use it in every single video. And I'm just going to take my Morphe M250S brush. It's a really, really skinny little brush, but I love it for eyeliner. And we're just going to start lining my eyes. I do have a video on this as well, so I apologize if I don't get it too clearly or if something happens on the video. I'll link that video down below as well if y'all want to know how I usually do it, or a good trick to make your eyeliner look like a professional every single time. But I'm not using that trick in today's video, so hopefully it goes well. So all this messiness, if you can see, that's happening right here on the edge, that is totally fine. We are going to wipe it away and make it nice and clean, which is a good little trick as to why I like to do, if I know I'm going to do a wing liner or a crazy eyeshadow look or whatever, I like to do my eyeshadow first before my face, so you can really just clean up any mistakes that you have and make it look beautiful afterwards. One wing is on, and let's make the other one. Alright, so eyeliner is on. Now I'm just going to take a makeup wipe and just wipe away the excess and just make it nice and sharp. See, it makes those wings look so crisp. And it's so easy. If you need to go back in, and I'm gonna let that dry a little bit, but if you need to go back in and kind of fix anything, you can go ahead and do that now. I'm just gonna go ahead and just touch up my eyeliner on this side. Alright guys, so I'm just gonna throw on some eyelashes really quick, and then I'm gonna throw on some eyelashes and the rest of my face, and I will be back. And I'm back. I have all my face on. I will link everything that I used down below, the lashes that I'm using, and everything will be mentioned down below if you have any questions on anything on my face. Alright, so basically we just have the lower lash line and my lips to do, and we are done with this holiday glam, which it is actually super simple and wearable. If y'all want to try it out, I love it. Okay, enough chatter. Let's go ahead and finish off the bottom lash lines. Okay, I'm actually going to take a liner. So I just got this liner from ColourPop and I love it. It is the Cream Gel Liner in Mr. Bing is the name of it. And I'm just going to line this on my lower lash line. Not on my waterline, but just almost, just like on my lash line. So I'm not going to go all the way in. It would be beautiful if you did, but my eyes, I feel like, are just really too small to do that. And if I do go all the way in, it just tends to just completely shut it out. So I'm just going to go about halfway in, just about to there. And then I'm going to take a little bit of shadow and kind of smoke it out a little bit. So I'm going to take my first two transition colors that I used at the very beginning and just use that to kind of smudge out the liner. I'm using the M431 brush and just kind of smudging it out. And this I will go all the way in, but really focusing more on the outer corner. This is like a very classic holiday inspired look, so I really love it. Okay. Now, just to add a little bit of mascara, this is just the Voluminous Butterfly Mascara. I'm just going to put a little bit of that on my lower lashes. Alright, now we just have lips to do. And I'm not sure what I'm feeling, but we're going to go ahead and line, actually, I'm going to go ahead and line my lips. This is the NYX Suede Matte Lip Liner in the shade Showstopper, I'm pretty sure. Soft spoken, not showstopper, soft spoken. And I'm just gonna line my lips. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna go for a neutral since the eyes are a little bit bolder. This is the NYX Liquid Suede Cream Lipstick. This is also in the shade Soft Spoken. So the exact same color as the lip liner I'm wearing. And just fill my lips in with this. So this is the finished look. I absolutely love how it turned out. I love this lip color with the eye combo. I was wanting to do something a little bit darker But since the eyes were so bold, I mean, this would be so pretty with it still. This is a little bit more wearable. If you wanted to do a little bit darker, be a little bit more dramatic, by all means, go for it. I love this one. This is the exact same formula, but in the shade Vintage, and it's a really pretty. I'm definitely gonna be using this soon, but let me take my ears off. But yeah, this is basically it. Absolutely love the cut crease and how this look turned out. I am so happy with it. This is definitely a more wearable look for the holidays. Thank you so much for coming back this week and watching my video. I hope y'all loved it. If y'all want to continue watching my videos and getting updated on when I upload, hit the subscribe button down below and you can get notified. Thank you so much again, and I hope to see y'all here back next week.